Okay, so on Sunday, I recorded some kind of later reactions to E3's happenings that day. Today, I'm going to record near immediate reactions to what was going on. Only about 10 minutes after the direct ends. Obviously, if you haven't seen the direct, go watch it because there's not going to be any footage in this video. This is something that you're just supposed to probably listen to, probably at like 1.5 speed. Um, just kind of my reactions from what we saw today. So we're just gonna start at the start while they're showing Pokemon here on the stream because as interesting as it looks, I think I can skip it to make this video. So started with, I'm gonna mute it. Dragon Quest reveal for Smash. I knew this was gonna happen. Pretty much, anyone who had read the tea leaves knew that this was gonna happen. And I'm not saying read leaks because I don't like leaks, but I'm just saying that it was rumored. It wasn't leaked. It was heavily rumored. Maybe there was some data mined or something. It was hard not to see the information. So they started with the reveal of the hero from 11, which I thought was a cool spin because everyone expected a very old Dragon Quest hero, who I think they started using the name Erdrick for him. I don't know why they suddenly switched from calling him hero to calling him Erdrick. Like, I guess someone on Twitter was like, Erdrick, and they're like, okay. I think that's like some official name, but it's weird how no one was calling him that a couple months ago, and then everyone started. So they started with Dragon Quest 11 here, but then they show the trailer and these dark characters, possessed characters, start ganging up on the 11 hero, which by the way I like a lot that the trailer takes place during World of Light. That's like a very nice touch. You see Darkon, the Dark God, there. Ooh, they showed a Machoke on the stream. When people start ganging up on the 11 hero, I was like, okay, I know what they're going to do. They're going to have the other old hero, the Erdrick guy, come in. He's going to save him. No, they had the Dragon Quest 8 hero, another Dragon Quest hero, the one with the little fish fins, and then the old style hero all come in. And it seems like the characters, I don't know if you play them all at once, if you can switch while you're playing, exactly how it works. But it looks really cool. They're doing the thing that they really, with these DLC characters that are third parties, they're really trying to emulate the gameplay of the games with them. That kind of started with Bayonetta, I feel like. And they're doing that. You even have like a little RPG menu. I mean, when the hero from 8 used Zoom, that was so nostalgic for me because I played 8 a long time ago, in my teens. And I used, that spell is famous. Woo! It goes up into the air. Very cool. Then they showed Dragon Quest 11. They'd make a little Bowser joke. Everyone predicted that was going to happen. That was funny. Doug Bowser seems like a cool guy. And then they showed Luigi's Mansion 3, which I think looks very good. I was kind of hoping to have like a surprise, like Princess Peach as a playable character or something. I know some people were predicting that. Instead, we got Gooigi. Which, okay. But the game looks cool. I like the new functionality of the Poltergust. The ghost designs still aren't as good as the first game. I don't know why they didn't just keep the first game's ghosts. Especially because it seems like they're all just variations on that one ghost design. I don't know if we're going to see anything like... It's weird that they keep wanting to change the formula, but the game just looks cool. The scenery looks cool. It has the great balance of like fun, spooky, that not quite as much as the original game, which could be even a little like quite a bit spooky because the areas in that game almost look real. But it does look cool. There's a lot of variety in the areas, and there's a cool multiplayer mode, so that's nice. So then they show the Dark Crystal, which is interesting. Some kind of third-person sort of RPG tactics game. Looks cool. And then they showed Link's Awakening, which, I mean, the graphical style of this game, it's just so nice. Like, it's really... It's not like one of their crafty graphic styles, like the yarn or the clay or the just regular crafts for Yoshi's Crafted World, but it is sort of evocative of that. Like it's not quite a completely cartoony graphical style. There's something in the lighting, something in the kind of the the top-down camera that makes it sort of seem like it's been created. So, next we got The Witcher 3, which I thought was The Witcher 1, so that's not really a good sign. When I saw the footage, I thought it was The Witcher 1. We got Fire Emblem, which I wasn't really paying attention to. At this point, I wrote in the chat, we better see some shit after this. We better see No More Heroes 3. And then we got some Resident Evil thing, which this woman made the same noise over and over again. She went, "Oh!" And then right after that, we got No More Heroes 3. So this is a trailer. This is the biggest, obviously, kind of the biggest thing for me in this direct. This was the main thing I wanted. I wasn't sure what happened because Nintendo said on Twitter, ooh, it's a game for 2019, which didn't end up being exactly true. This game obviously isn't going to come out in 2019. And we saw this trailer, which I think it's render. It's not in-engine footage, which it actually says at the beginning now, I notice. But it's hopefully going to be what the game looks like. So, I didn't know what it was at first because Travis looks really different in the beginning. I think I don't know if it's supposed to be a different guy. I think it might just be he's just Travis as well, I think there's a couple possibilities. One is that it's just Travis. He's looking very disheveled. The other possibility is that it's supposed to be Suda51 in some way, which is possible because of the hair mostly. I don't know what game he's supposed to be playing. He has a neck brace on, and he's back in the No More Heroes Motel, which is not where Travis was on Travis Strikes Again. So I don't know if more time passes between that game and this game. But he does a little anime transformation into a Travis robot, which has a lot of T's on him. But even at this point, I didn't really notice that, because you're just watching. I didn't notice that it was a No More Heroes Motel. I guess there's probably, you can see Santa Destroy below him. But I heard the voice, and Robin Atkinson's my favorite voice actor, so I think deep down when I heard that voice, I had a weird feeling, even though I didn't fully process what it was. And then when he slammed down with the sword and said, "Get some," I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but it is No More Heroes. And then Travis showed up right after that. So he fights some guys, not actual gameplay, but, sort of having the same motion input. So, those are obviously going to be in the game, because those are part of No More Heroes. And then Suda, Travis goes off on some spiel where he's both a hero and a passing assassin, because No More Heroes is really weird, where it tries to, Travis he always cares, but also doesn't care at the same time. I don't know if it means anything. And then they show the title, and then they show Sylvia, who's going to be back. You can actually see her reflection in the glass of some nice drink that she's drinking, which is really nice. They even credit both of the voice actors. I think Paula Tiso, name is familiar, so I think that was Sylvia's voice actor in the other games. But they got her back. So yeah. Wonder if they'll talk about Travis's kids from TSA in this one, or if they will just ignore them, which I feel like is more likely. Suda's not perfect, guys, but I mean, I'm super excited for this game. It's just gonna be bonkers, and that's what we want for No More Heroes. I'm excited to have another mainline game. Daemon X Machina, I'll have to watch this again later, because this game does look cool. Obviously, I was a little distracted at this point, which tends to happen, when they announce a game you really want. You can't pay attention to the next one or two things. They did Panzer Dragoon. I don't know if this is a remake or a new one in that series, but it looks cool. I don't know much about that series. They showed Pokemon, which I was very glad that they got over with quick, because we just had direct for that. Didn't want them to waste time on that. Then they showed Astral Chain, which I thought was a Pokemon thing at first, from the way that they introduced a new guy into the direct. So I was like, oh, he's going to present the Pokemon stuff? And then they started showing Astral Chain, which I realized a little bit into it. And that game looks really cool. I knew they weren't going to show Bayonetta 3 here, because Platinum already has this game. I thought they were going to show... Platinum's also working on a game for Square Enix called either Babylon's Call or Babylon's Fall. I'm not sure which one. And they didn't show that, but I still knew that Bayonetta's not going to happen, especially with this trailer. You kind of realize no way they can show Bayonetta, because this is very Platinum. It's very pure Platinum. Looks a lot like Bayonetta. The enemies are sort of Bayonetta-esque, except they just happen to be robots. So guys, Bayonetta is going to come. It's going to look crazy. My personal predictions are purple Bayonetta with long straight hair. And I'm going to go on a limb and say that I think Kamiya will be directing again, and that he's going to take the two main characters from Scalebound and put them in the game. Rework them, because they can't have their own game. He's going to put them in Bayonetta 3. They're going to be part of the story. Anyway, enough about that. You can tell I'm excited for Bayonetta. Astral Chain's coming out this summer. Cool. Then there's a trailer, just apropos nothing, for a mob game that I think you play as Al Capone. I think they show a guy who looks just like him. So can't wait to get syphilis in that game. Empire of Sin. Okay. They show Ultimate Alliance 3. Get ready for the memes talking about how much better this game is going to be than the Avengers game, which I think looks good, by the way. But this game does look good. It looks very cool. A lot of different heroes you can use. I love how nerdy Doc Ock looks, as it should. We got a little bit of a surprise game drop. Not a day of game drop, but a 2 days out game drop of the Crypt of the Necrodancer Zelda edition. Then they show Mario and Sonic, which looks like a normal Mario and Sonic game. From what I've seen, those seem pretty fun. I haven't played them, except inexplicably, I'm going to try to rewind to this. They all turn 8-bit for a second. I gotta pause this here. When they're running, they all turn 8-bit. And it goes to Tokyo 1964. That's it. That's what they're doing. Is that because this is Tokyo's, I guess, first Olympics in 64, and that 64 Olympics was, I think, viewed as a very important event in Japan and maybe worldwide. I don't know what the significance of it was, but I know that, what's that Studio Ghibli movie that takes place during those Olympics? The one where they think they might be brother and sister. I don't remember which one it was, but so that's what it is. They're saying, well, we had an old Olympics, so let's take the characters back to their origins as well, not to 1964, but we're pretending that it's 1964. So that's going to be cool. There's going to be some crazy 8-bit mini games where you can have 8-bit Mario and 8-bit Sonic together. Then they show Animal Crossing, which not a huge fan of the series. A lot of people were begging for it. Kind of the most begged for game at this conference, weirdly enough. Really seems like Animal Crossing is really grown in popularity, like just with the 3DS version, which is interesting because it's been a series that's been around since the GameCube in America, since the N64 in Japan. But it sort of keeps gaining popularity because I think, especially with millennials today, they really like these games that are calm. They really like these games where they can forget their probably crappy regular lives and sort of just walk through this nice town with these animals. So the series keeps growing in popularity, and this one seems cool. It seems very more focused on creating the town, on crafting and things like that. So then it's called Animal Crossing New Horizons. Comes out March 20th, which people thought they were going to delay it, and they did. So yeah, we got a little thing from Nook at the end. Nook phone, right. No microtransactions announced yet, so that's good. We got a Sizzle Reel, Ni no Kuni for Switch. Buy that game, guys. It's a good game. I beat it, did not do the post-game content, which I regret. I did some of it. I didn't finish it. Dragon Quest Builders, Just Dance, blah, blah, blah. Super Mario Maker 2, of course, coming out. Going to be great. Then they show another Smash trailer. Starts the same as the King K. Rool trailer, almost the same. And then they have this little puzzle piece bouncing across the screen. I was like, okay, all right, they did it. I'm not a Banjo-Kazooie fan, but I'm happy for the Banjo-Kazooie fans. I am, like, it's something that everyone wanted in Smash. It makes sense to put them in Smash, just as being, these famous characters from gaming history, and Nintendo's never announced just one Smash character at E3. They've always announced 2, so it made sense to do another Smash reveal. So that's cool. Even though I'm not a fan, it's cool that they're in there. However, I do want to warn people, don't expect 2 third parties for the remaining characters. I would say expect 1. I think the next announced character is going to be a Nintendo character, and the last one will be another third party, probably Sora, but it could be somebody else. So don't expect 2 third parties. Like, I'm just telling you right now. You're going to be disappointed when they announce another Nintendo person. I won't, though, because I'm looking forward to that. So I don't really know much about Banjo's gameplay or his world, but the stage looks cool, I'm going to say. So then I was like, they're not going to end with a Smash character, are they? Like, it's cool, but Smash. And then right when this new thing started, I think I assume everyone's first reaction was, is this Metroid? Because they have these weird floaty things, kind of like the Metroid Prime 1 menu. But then once you see the spiral, you see these red energy, you go, oh, no, it's not. It's not Metroid. This is Zelda. And this is exactly what I wanted. Not just as a game where it makes so much sense to do a Breath of the Wild sequel, as in not a completely new Zelda game, but a game made using the engine of Breath of the Wild, using a lot of the overworld of Breath of the Wild, but telling a new story, just like Majora's Mask was to Ocarina of Time. Just like Mario Galaxy 2 was to Mario Galaxy 1. Nintendo's done it before, and a lot of people, especially the YouTuber Arlo, who's a very good Nintendo YouTuber, wanted them to do something just like this, and I agreed with him on that. And I mean, just beyond the fact that that's pretty clearly what this game is going to be. It's going to be reusing the same assets, the same stuff, but doing a lot of new stuff with them. I kind of want a smaller overworld, honestly, open world. I don't need a big one. And they're showing a Dynamax battle there with a giant Steelix on the stream. But I'm sure whatever they do, it's going to be really cool. You know, Breath of the Wild was great, but it could have been improved. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do with this. And they're probably going to do it even further when they make a brand new Zelda game. But just beyond that, like I said, this game, the way it looks, the what the plot is exactly pitch perfect. The creepier, darker atmosphere, the fact that Zelda and Link are together on an adventure, zombie Ganondorf, exactly what I would have wanted. Exactly. Very, very happy with that. Great way to end the direct. So in conclusion, so I'm not going to keep anyone for too long. Nintendo won E3, I think. It wasn't a faraway victory. It wasn't a landslide. It's pretty close. Microsoft turned in another really good conference this year, but it wasn't as good as last year. And Nintendo just has those Nintendo game reveals. It was the fact that this wasn't just a 2019 conference that clinched it for them. That it was that Zelda reveal, it was that No More Heroes 3 reveal that got it for them. So that's it, guys. Congratulations to Nintendo. I wonder if they would have won a 3 if Sony was still here. It doesn't really matter. That's good. It was a great direct. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching.